back to Sense of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for a fragrance review today. Before we get started, I do want to mention that I did set up an official Sense of South Jersey Instagram page. So if you have Instagram and if you want to, go ahead and throw that a follow. I would appreciate it. I post pictures of my fragrance collection and keep you guys posted on updates about the fragrance channel here. So anyway, we're going to review a fragrance today. It's within the past decade. It's probably one of the most famous fragrances ever for men. It will be a classic in the future. So this is from the House of Creed, and I'm sure you already know what it is. It is a 2010 release, Creed Aventus. So, as usual, what we'll do, we'll break down the presentation, then we'll talk about the notes, then I'm going to go over its performance on my skin, then I'm going to give it my overall thoughts, and then my overall rating. Okay guys, let's start things off with the presentation for Creed Aventus. We'll take a look at the box first. Aventus celebrates the strength and success inspired by the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte through his life of war and peace. And it's supposed to be, I guess, embodied in the sticker photo here on the box. You see a guy on horseback here. But to me, that looks a lot more like Alexander the Great than it does Napoleon Bonaparte. I would figure they'd have Napoleon in the famous photo when he's at Waterloo on the horseback pointing. This is definitely not someone from the 1800s. This looks like someone from like ancient Rome or ancient Greece. So we'll take a look at the box though. Beautiful presentation. The box has got this awesome textured black, shiny finish. You got the silver fleur-de-lis. You have what looks like Alexander the Great. You have Aventus, which is an ancient word for success. You have Creed, and then some information there. It's all in French. On top, you got the Creed information on this there. And on the sides, not much going on. And on the bottom, you have the batch code and the barcode. And then on the back, you got some brand information too. I did pick this one up at a fragrance outlet, so I did pay retail for it. I just said, what the hell, I finally just pulled the trigger. So we'll take a look at the bottle. Bottle's beautiful. Again, you got this, it's a 3.4 ounce or 3.3 ounce, 100 ml. Creed here, the same type of textured pattern on a sticker, and then you can see that logo there. Sorry about the reflection, guys. And on the back, same type of thing, some brand information. On the bottom, you have, of course, your batch code. This was made in France. On the top there, you have that silver fleur-de-lis cap. This, not the nicest cap in the world considering the price, but I do like it. I like the way it looks, but I just wish it was didn't shake when the bottle moved too. So you got the black atomizer. Let's check out the distribution. I'll make it my scent of the day today. Really good distribution. So that's the presentation for Creed Aventus. Okay guys, let's talk about the notes for Creed Aventus. In the top, we have blackcurrant, bergamot, apple, and pineapple. And then in the middle, we have rose, dry birch, Moroccan jasmine, and patchouli. And then in the base, we have oak moss, musk, ambergris, and vanilla. My personal opinion, the most dominant and prevalent notes are going to be the blackcurrant, the pineapple, and then of course that birch smell. That I think is pretty much the whole life cycle. Maybe you get hints of other notes in there, but those are the ones that I notice and I think stand out the most. Okay guys, let's talk about the performance for Aventus. I gotta say the performance on this is just okay. On a good day for me, it lasted about 6 hours max before it was completely gone. It's gonna project really well for the first hour. You're gonna get a nice sillage trail for the first hour. And then by hour 3, 4, maybe it's just your scent bubble, maybe almost 8 inches to a foot in terms of its radius. And then after that, it's gonna be just sitting just above the skin. Applying it to your clothes is gonna make it last a little bit longer, but this is by no means a beast mode scent, and I know a lot of people might get a little irritated by that given the price point for the fragrance, and I'll get into that in just a moment, but that's the performance that I've experienced with Creed Aventus on my skin. Okay guys, my overall thoughts. Creed Aventus, personally I think this is an absolute legendary scent. It's a future classic. This is a scent that in decades from now, if there are still fragrance reviewers, if people are still interested in fragrance like we are now, people are going to be talking about this one like the way I talk about Koros or the way I talk about Drakkar Noir. I think it made such an impact in the fragrance community that it's definitely going to have that status in the future, and if it doesn't already, in terms of its popularity too. The scent, the smell of Aventus was the first of its kind. It has spawned so many clones, so many impressions, so many knockoffs, if you want to call them that, so many fragrances that try to have that Aventus smell, try to be in that wheelhouse of Aventus. But this one, as far as I'm aware of, was the first to ever smell like this. So I have to give it credit for that. Do I think the scent is a little bit played out at this point? Yes. It's 2020. This came out in 2010. When I first got into my fragrance journey, I saw this one and I wanted to buy it for so long. And then I, picked up some different ones, got into some other niches like Acqua di Parma. That's, really the one I think that was my gateway niche fragrance and into the fragrance world. And then it kind of steered me to the classic route. And I'm grateful for that. But then I started to get the clones of this, like the Club de Nuit Intense Man, things like that. So I got used to the scent, but I never really had the real thing. And I got bored of it because of all the ones that came out that smelled a lot like it. So with that being said, when I compare this scent to the clones that are out there, there's no question this is just 10 notches above all of them. Those are not bad fragrances, but this one is so smooth. This one, you can tell the reason it commands the high price point is because of how natural the ingredients and notes smell. And I think that's what really sets it apart. So that's why I guess they're not necessarily worried so much about the performance. So I think Creed's ideal customer clientele candidate is going to be someone older than me, maybe in their 40s, expendable income, doesn't really care about the price as much as they want the scent to smell good. And they're definitely not a fragrance collector. See, like a fragrance collector like myself, I'm gonna have this bottle probably for a long time because I have so many other ones that I'm interested in. And fragrance collectors like myself and the subscribers that subscribe to this channel and all the other channels out there, they like to get multiple different scents to review, to use. The ideal Creed candidate's going to have like 3 or 4 colognes max maybe, and they're going to go through this one. They're going to spray a lot of it on because they don't care, because they're just going to buy another bottle maybe within 8 months, where this is going to last me a couple years hopefully, again, because it's I paid the retail for it. I didn't feel like waiting. I was in the right place. I just said, what the hell, let me get it. But I think that's really what Creed goes for. And I think that's why they're not as worried about how well it's going to perform, because I've seen that many Creed fragrances, their performance is not beast mode. They don't need to be beast mode because of the quality ingredient, I guess. And that's just my opinion. I think that's where their head was at. See, because all the clones, they don't smell nearly as clean. They don't smell nearly as crisp. Their ingredients are definitely synthetic, and that's okay. They're all good fragrances, but they're never going to be at that level of scent. But what they're going to get a leg up on Creed Aventus is their performance. And I think that's where they kind of make their mark, is they're going to perform better. Club de Nuit Intense Man, 2-3 sprays, and that's like a 24-hour scent. That stuff is incredible. Where this is just not going to be like that, but they feel like they don't need to be like that. But anyway, this is an amazing scent. I think you can wear it any time of the year. It's going to perform best in the spring and summer, the warmer months. I think late 20s and up would appreciate this a little bit more. It's very versatile. You can make it formal. You can make it casual. Definitely going to go out socially and wear it. You're going to get compliments, and it's definitely one that would fit in any occasion. So those are my thoughts on this scent, guys. Right, it's time for my final rating for Creed Aventus. I think the presentation is beautiful. I think the cap could be a little bit more, heavy duty. That's the only thing I'm going to ding it for. So I'm going to give that one a 9.5 out of 10 for presentation. The performance is nothing crazy. Like I said, I'm on the best day, I got 6 hours, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And for the scent, again, I'm basing it off the fact that I, in my opinion, I believe that this was the first men's fragrance to ever smell this way, and it does smell good. No matter what anyone says, at least that's what I think too. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 for scent. So it's going to be an overall rating of 8.5 out of 10 for Creed Aventus. So I know everyone here has either smelled this or smelled a fragrance that's supposed to be an impression of it of some sort. So I really would love to hear what you guys think in the comment section of Creed. Would love to hear what you think of my opinion on it on the video. Please let me know. And just thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.